Under Obama's new proposal, students who go to community college at least half-time and keep a grade point average of 2.5 will be doing a lot less of this and a lot more of this. A restaurant in North Carolina is accused of serving alcohol to a toddler. Parents claim servers at Texas Roadhouse gave their daughter sangria instead of cranberry juice. The parents say the child staggered around and was kissing everything. After saying her drink tasted funny, the child was taken to the hospital and was diagnosed with accidental alcohol ingestion. A restaurant spokesperson calls this mix-up an honest mistake. Semifinals will be held on March 21st, where All Night Yahtzee will roll the dice and shoot for a perfect score. And the home of the Whopper is becoming the home of the fragrance. Burger King says it will sell a limited edition scent at its restaurant in Japan on April 1st. It's called the Flame Grilled Fragrance, and it will sell for $41. It also comes with a free Whopper. Burger King briefly sold a fragrance called Flame at its U.S. stores a few years ago. We should point out that April 1st is April Fool's Day. No word if this is Burger King's idea of a Whopper of a joke. Pedestrians can be equally unaware of their surroundings, and when it comes to sharing the road, it's quite literally a two-way street. President Obama unveiled his plan to offer free tuition to students. The plan aims to offer higher education to those who cannot afford it. Tallahassee Community College President Jim Murdaugh says this is the beginning of a dialogue.
Community colleges have always been about access and hope, frankly. And the notion that tuition is a barrier to education at a community college, while it will be helpful for a student, that's not the real problem that students face at community colleges.
Nationally, about 1/5 the cost of education at community college is tuition. Students face added expenses of textbooks and living costs that make college unaffordable. TCC student Angelina Papazian thinks tuition costs are too high.
Considering the fact I don't qualify for financial aid, it could put a little bit of a bind on the average American family who doesn't have that kind of assistance.
Under Obama's new proposal, students who go to community college at least half-time and keep a grade point average of 2.5 will be doing a lot less of this and a lot more of this.
Any help is better than no help, but I wish we could get into a more robust discussion about how monies should go into colleges, not necessarily based upon helping the, quote, student through tuition, but based upon helping the colleges by providing greater counseling and advising that will help a student progress and complete their education.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Jonathan Dobert.
When I rolled out the window, let me know where your Atlanta. No
FSU's a cappella group All Night Yahtzee puts the pop in Pop TV's new reality series, Sing It On, set to premiere this spring. The show will feature college a cappella groups across the country as they compete in the International Championship of Collegiate A Cappella.
So having the cameras in the room and knowing that everything's going to be aired on TV has, I think, really kicked everyone's butt into gear and made us work harder. We were prepared way before quarterfinals themselves.
All Night Yahtzee placed second at this year's quarterfinals, advancing to semifinals, which will take place in Gainesville.
I'm really excited for semifinals. I think that we have a big fire under us because we came in second place at quarterfinals. So we're excited, and I think we're really working hard on our set, and we're ready to take it to semis.
Semifinals will be held on March 21st, where All Night Yahtzee will roll the dice and shoot for a perfect score.
I definitely have some concerns about what people are going to see when they tune into this show. Definitely got comfortable, myself included, so I'm nervous to see what they caught without me realizing that they were even listening.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Jonathan Dobert. Florida state law requires vehicles to stop for marked crosswalks. Almost 500 pedestrians are killed on Florida roadways annually. 25% of those pedestrians are hit in crosswalks. Living in a technology-driven society, many people are concerned that drivers are not paying attention.
I was walking over yonder, over there at the crosswalk, and all of a sudden this car comes speeding through, honking at me. And I'm the one at the crosswalk. You know what I mean? I'm doing the right thing. This person didn't slow down at all. If I didn't have my Spider-Man-like reaction, I would have gotten hit.
About 30% of pedestrians are not using crosswalks at all. Impaired walking or other distractions may result in the pedestrian being struck by a vehicle.
I was coming through the parking lot and I attempted to stop because you're supposed to stop at a crosswalk. Well, there's a lady on a cell phone, just comes out right in front of me, starts banging on my hood, acting like I was supposed to stop for her. But she wasn't there. If she wasn't in the crosswalk before I was crossing it, I could understand that. But since she wasn't, I just kept going.
Pedestrians can be equally unaware of their surroundings, and when it comes to sharing the road, it's quite literally a two-way street. The Florida Department of Transportation recently started Pause for People Day, which is intended to get drivers to slow down and to be aware of pedestrians.
Pause for People Day is a time for you just to really stop and think about vulnerable road users, to think about pedestrians, to think about bicyclists, and just give them an extra moment, give them an extra inch if they're riding their bike, to make sure that they're safe. And for those who have lost someone in a traffic crash, to just stop and remember them for a moment. We actually set up a Facebook page so that people could go in and they could write on our page, they could post pictures on our page, memoirs, or in some cases some folks just said, hey, today I choose to pause for people. I'm going to slow down and take an extra look. All of that's just part of trying to change that culture, that mindset of getting there faster, regardless of what the risk is, so that we can slow people down and make our roadways safer.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Jonathan Dobert. Coming up on Seminole Showcase, how a graduate student doesn't let her disability interfere with achieving her dreams.
Plus, how some fellow Seminoles are achieving their way to stardom.
And a new restaurant in Tallahassee is sparking our interest and our taste buds. All of that and much more just ahead in Seminole Showcase. More college students are making the switch from a car to a scooter. Whether it's for convenience or fun, this change of direction has impacted students both on and off the road. With this rise of scooter popularity, students have safety factors to consider as they drive on the open road. FSU student Jake Ogburn crashed his scooter at the intersection of Pensacola and Copeland on his way to class.
Some guy cut me off, I locked the brakes, turned, fell. Fortunately, I fell on the scooter, so nothing really happened. Like my leg got tore up a bit, but nothing bad. The scooter took most of it.
Ogburn walked away with minor scratches. Although there are no laws requiring a helmet, many students advocate for safety to protect their fellow classmates. After the crash, Ogburn decided to incorporate a helmet into his daily routine. He encourages others to do the same. It isn't often you see college students giving away food instead of eating it themselves. Seminole Showcase reporter Adrienne Hardy has a story of why one group is all give and no take.
Every Thursday night, the Tallahassee bar scene comes alive with partying students, drinking and dancing until the morning. These students are up late too, but not at the club.
They told me on Thursday nights we come down and we give out hot dogs to drunk people. We go out there, we give them free water and hot dogs, and we talk to them, and we just love on them. It's the coolest thing. You got to come try it. And I came and it was like the first week I was hooked. I came back every Thursday night.
Up to 300 people are given a free water and hot dog. Students say they do it for reasons outside of themselves.
Like serve our campus, but also in that serve them in a way that shows them the love of Christ. Because for us, that's the greatest love that we've ever been shown.
I just point them to Jesus and just talk about the Word and talk about the promises God says. When somebody really understands that God is love, then you really know what love is. It's not just made up or found in a bar.
At 3 a.m. on a Thursday night, most of us are turning down the covers. But these students are turning up the heat to cook hot dogs for others. Would you like one?
Yes, thank you.
There's a much deeper void in their hearts that Potbellies or any club cannot fill. It only comes from the Lord.
An open, safe place for people of kind of just all walks, all backgrounds, would maybe think that Christians would want to have nothing to do with them. They wouldn't feel comfortable maybe talking to a Christian or approaching one because of fear of being judged, being labeled, being outcast. But on this lawn where we serve, this is a safe place that people feel comfortable enough to come no matter what baggage they bring, and they know that they're going to be cared for. They'll be told about Jesus, but it'll be so in a loving and caring way.
I mean, I think a hot dog and a water bottle are great for somebody that's drunk. And so we just give them hot dogs. And plus, they love them, so keep on doing them.
For Seminole Showcase, I'm Adrienne Hardy.
This is the 4th year of the completely student-funded Pot Dogs. The name affectionately comes from a mix of Pot's Bar and hot dogs.